Good morning. Well, right now, firefighters report minimal fire activity this morning, but they are out here and they are working hard to make sure they get every spot. You can see them out of their truck right now. We're right behind Bella Drive, and those firefighters are going through the area. They are checking for hot spots, mopping up anything they see. And we do see a couple of spots of smoke out here. You can see that smoldering right in the middle of the brush out there. This is just one of the areas they are checking this morning in this 70-acre brush fire. Now, this fire forced the evacuation of about 40 homes in this area last night. The police department went door to door helping people to get out safely. The good news is they did protect those homes, just some minimal damage to some fences and a shed. The Forest Service tells me that the fire is 100% contained and their containment lines are holding. That means they should not have to order any other evacuations, and that is good news to one neighbor who told me he was pretty worried last night.
Unsung heroes to me, the forestry division and the police and fire, because they were really getting after it last night. And it really makes you feel good because I had sprinklers on and water on the roof, so I really appreciate what they did.
Now, just to give you some perspective here, this is the containment line we're talking about. It's this big, what looks like row of dirt. That's what protects the fire from reaching the homes. And take a look how close we are to one of the homes right over my shoulder. There's one of the homes right there. So important to these homeowners that the firefighters were here. They created those containment lines in time. It took 7 bulldozers to do all of this, and that's because of the high vegetation in this area, as well as the dry conditions and the weather. The Forest Service tells me most fires take 1 or 2 bulldozers. They'll be here throughout the day. Reporting live in Port St. Lucie, Stephanie Susskind, WPTV News Channel 5.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. Unfortunately, the situation is getting a little bit better, but not a lot better very quickly. When we look at this Live 5 camera over downtown West Palm Beach, the intra-coastal, you can see the camera has really started to jiggle around a lot now. If you were watching earlier this morning, the camera was very still, but winds have started to pick up now out of the south and south-southeast. We've got a 14-mile-per-hour wind in Vero Beach all the way down to Stewart, 16-mile-per-hour wind in West Palm, 15 miles per hour in Boca. Winds are slightly calmer the farther inland you go, but these gusty winds are an issue, especially if you might still have some areas that are smoldering a bit, so I'm sure firefighters are keeping a close eye on what's going on. Now, good news is we do have moisture on the increase, and we've got chances for rain in the forecast. Temperatures right now pretty close to 80 almost everywhere. We have a few mid-70s here and there, like in Indiantown and Okeechobee and even West Palm. But by the time we get to the early afternoon hours, we should be in the low to mid-80s. We do have a cold front on the way, and as I mentioned, some chances for rain. We'll time out your weekend, show you what you can expect temperature-wise, and when that rain will really get going. That's coming up in your forecast.
All right, Glenn, thanks. Riviera Beach police need your help. They're looking for a missing teenager. He's just 13 years old. Amari Smith is his name. He was last seen near his home